What's up, tribe? Oh, am I in there? Don't forget to get your Black Girl vitamins. Use discount code ReallyBTV. For those of you that have already purchased and are still purchasing, thank you so much. Don't forget to let me know how you like it. So far, I have gotten great reviews of people who are enjoying the products. And I hope that you guys continue to enjoy the products and re-up like I've been doing, okay? Vitamins are a lifestyle, honey. They not for a reason or a season. They are a lifestyle, okay? All right, y'all, let's get into it. Ciao. Hey, y'all, sorry about that. I have my camera off. Okay. So come on in, y'all. We're going to get into a few things. And look at Lexi. See, Lexi let y'all know what be happening in the members only. Hey, everybody, come on in, take a seat. It's 60 of y'all in here. Go ahead and take a seat. Hit that like button, please, and thank you. Please and thank you. Oh, Corey said, oh, wow, a tape leak. Lexi said, all I do in my free time is wait for Really B to go live. One day I will meet her live. Hashtag replay game. Listen, you know, I've been meeting people the last couple of weeks. I met Chuck. We had a good conversation. Can't wait to see him again next time I'm in Louisville. I had another subscriber. We went out to lunch dinner a few weeks ago. We had a great conversation. I don't have no problem meeting people. You know that. Until y'all give me a reason not to, you know, until I run into one that, you know. Lexi telling y'all what goes on in the membership only. Lexi said, didn't Really be tell y'all some tapes was gonna leak. I told y'all some stuff was gonna come out. I told y'all some stuff was gonna come out. I got something else I want to tell y'all too at the end of this. Lexi, if you still here, remind me, we're gonna walk down the road. Y'all know how I give y'all the what ifs. We're gonna walk down the road at the end of this video as it pertains to the rally last night. So y'all remind me if y'all still here at the end after we go through this. So first we're gonna talk about Diddy. We're gonna get Diddy out the way. Then we're gonna go through Lil Durk. I told you guys I had the indictment. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you to Tracy. We had the indictment. And last night it was just late and I was tired. But I said I'll go through it. We can read through it today because, child, this situation is a whole mess. And allegedly, the person that wore a wire to get the police a lot of that information in the Lil Durk situation, allegedly, Lil Durk helped him and held him down when he went to jail for 12 years. I said, boy, be the people in your face. They smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. Hey, Really B and Tribe. Our game was at 11, so I got off early. Okay, I hope y'all won. So let's get into this. So the Washington Post. The New York Post is reporting, and I'm going to share the article with you guys on the screen. I'm going to share the article with you guys on the screen so you can see it as we read through it, honey. This is coming from the New York Post. The New York Post. Now, I have not personally seen nothing. And at this point, I don't think I want to see it. But allegedly. And if the New York Post has seen it, it's only a matter of time before TMZ get to talking about it. Because y'all already know. If the New York Post has seen it, TMZ then definitely seen something, Chad. Y'all know they have seen something. But as you can see, this is coming from the New York Post. Y'all, I'm not making this up, okay? As you can see, this is published October the 25th. So y'all know I'm not making none of this up. Let's read through it. Sean Diddy Combs mixed star-studded bashes with raucous F-off sex parties after the VMAs and Super Bowl videos reveal. Sean Diddy Combs often coincided his parties. I'm not going to say F-offs every time. I'm just going to say his parties. Y'all know what it is. Often coincided with some of the biggest star-studded parties at the height of his fame. with at least 3 wild parties taking place after hours after major events, according to a trove of video files and documents viewed exclusively by the Post. Now, can I ask y'all a question? When they say viewed exclusively by the Post, who gave it? Who gave it to them? How they get to view it exclusively? I mean, I'm just wondering. All right. Y'all beat North Texas 43-37, but this T is what I was waiting for. I know that's right, Lovely Dola saying. Forget about that game, really beat. Okay. But I'm glad y'all won. The clip suggests that the, ORGIES, which federal prosecutors say sometimes involve women who were threatened or coerced to perform grueling long hours worth of sex acts, were happening just below the surface as Diddy rubbed elbows with the biggest names in Hollywood, music, and sports. In the early morning hours of August the 29th of 2005, a Diddy after party from the MTV VMAs was still going strong. Actress Eva Longoria chatted with Fergie in one corner, while Ice-T, Quincy Jones, NASCAR great Jeff Gordon, and Paris Hilton mingled with guests. And here go some pictures. Can y'all see this? Do I need to make this? Well, I don't know if I can make this bigger. Let me see. Can y'all see this picture? It's if you Google Washington Post Diddy tapes, it'll come right up. But let me see. See if I can make it a little bit. Y'all can see that. That's a picture of Diddy. Now, the reason why I want to make this bigger is because in this picture, Diddy has on a shirt that says "God is the greatest." If y'all can't see it too clear, but the shirt says "God is the greatest." And the reason why that's important is because they were able allegedly to link the party that they saw the video from to this after party because he had on the same shirt, allegedly. He had on a shirt that said "God is the greatest." Didn't Ice Cube say he didn't go to a Diddy party? I think he was talking about the after parties. Like, see, a lot of people are saying they didn't go to these, the after parties. I don't mean they wasn't never at no Diddy party, but Ice Cube can say what he want to say. Now, if he want to go back and say he never was at a Diddy party, I beg to differ because they got him on camera, lights, camera, action. So, Combs had hosted the VMAs, and his after party was the hottest ticket in town that night. But one by one, the celebrities left the party, and there was no indication that they knew about or were involved in what happened next. So Ice Cube might have been like, I was there, but I left at 11 o'clock. I don't know what happened at 11:01. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened at 11:01. Soon, the event moved from the inside of Space nightclub to Diddy's Miami mansion. From there, it appears to have descended into a raucous party, according to photos and videos viewed by the Post. Somebody down to the Post saw it. Now, somebody down to the Post saw it. As 2 white men took turns having sex with a very young black woman who clearly had white powder under her nose. Diddy could be seen in the background wearing a white t-shirt with the words "God is the greatest" written in black. The same shirt he was photographed wearing at the VMA's after party. In another clip from the night, a couple had loud sex on a table as a group of well-dressed people stood around and watched. The videos viewed by the Post are part of the same archive that includes footage. Listen. I should have said a trigger warning. But this next part, I'm definitely going to say trigger warning before I read this next part. This video probably ain't even going to get monetized. I should have talked for 10 minutes and waited. But anyway, I need y'all to know. Okay. The video reviewed by the Post are part of the same archive that includes footage that appears to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-list star. I'm not going to read that again, but you can rewind it if you need to hear it again. That video has been shopped around for sale to news outlets by more than one purported seller. So listen, y'all, we got to dissect this. We have to dissect this. First of all, they said that there's more than one people or person shopping these tapes around, which means that multiple people have copies. Now, I know a couple of weeks ago, Diddy's lawyers were trying to say that, you know, Homeland Security or the AUSA's office was linking stuff, but clearly people have multiple copies of these videos. Now, where the videos are coming from and who had the copies, I don't know. Although if you were in my members only, I kind of told y'all about a month ago about a particular raid that happened at somebody's house that was never made public. And I told you that allegedly there may have been some tapes at said person's house, but I never said person's name, but I think the picture was there. Maybe I did say their name. I don't remember no more. I've been giving y'all so much tea, I don't remember no more. But if you're a member, y'all know exactly who I said allegedly maybe had their house raided about a month ago, allegedly, and there was some tapes allegedly maybe taken from that person's house. I told y'all that. Okay, moving right along. Wait a minute, hold on. What you say? Wait a minute, Lexi said, I want to visit the tapes of Ice Cube with somebody screaming his government name. Let me tell you something. You know, I used to be married to Ice Cube, but I had to divorce him because we disagreed over this whole Donald Trump thing. So I divorced him about what? What did I divorce him, y'all? About 8 years ago, about almost 8 years ago now. I had to divorce Donald Trump. But I mean, not Donald Trump. I had to divorce Ice Cube. But let me tell you something, O'Shea. Hey, O'Shea, you better not be lying about not being at them Diddy F-off parties now. Okay? If somebody want to put it in the chat, if a member who remembers want to put it in the chat, y'all can. I ain't saying their name, but if a member want to put it in the chat, you can put it in the chat. Okay. Who is the other male A-list? Ooh, Terica. Ooh. Girl. Let me say this, though. Remember, we talked about a week or so ago about a particular male A-list celebrity that allegedly is not doing very well mentally. His family and friends are worried about him. Said ever since this Diddy news broke, this person I'll say it's a him, has been very depressed. Allegedly, he's even in a treatment facility right now. Allegedly. Y'all remember us talking about that? Y'all remember us talking about that particular A-list male celebrity who would have been a young guy in 2005 or whenever this tape was? Remember us talking about that? Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that that's who it is. I'm just saying we connected dots around here. We putting puzzles together over here. That's what we doing over here. We're just putting puzzles together. Okay. In the troll, I think I read this already, but I'll read it again. But other files have dates that are consistent with verified details of events, locations, and clothing that Diddy and others were wearing. However, many of the videos have dates that can be corroborated with star-studded events, including the 2004 and 2005 VMAs in Miami and the 2005 Super Bowl in Jacksonville. After each of these events, Diddy appears to have thrown a wild orgy. See, there go Ice Cube. I think some of y'all, there's Ice-T. Did I say Ice Cube? Maybe I meant Ice-T. Well, there's Ice-T right there, child. There go Evil Longoria. See, God is the greatest. God is the greatest. See the same shirt? The alleged behavior is consistent with a similar allegation in a lawsuit filed earlier this week, in which a woman alleges that Diddy and a female celebrity assaulted her when she was 13. According to the 2000 VMAs, at Radio City Music Hall in New York. Y'all remember that? I mean, following. Y'all remember that? We read that story. Diddy's attorneys denied the latest allegations in a statement, saying, in court, the truth will prevail that Mr. Combs has never assaulted anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. During the weekend of Super Bowl, what's that, 39? Super Bowl 30, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Super Bowl 39 in Jacksonville in February of 2025, Diddy threw a star-studded gala with attendees like Ashton Kutcher, Ashley Simpson, and Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis. Didn't we talk about Joe Francis the other day? Hold on, y'all. Remind me to go back to Joe Francis. Somebody remind me to go back to Joe Francis. I don't know if we talked about him or not, but allegedly, we're going to go back to Joe Francis. But just remember, he was there. Hours later, the party seemingly moved to a $2 million mansion in nearby Sawgrass, which Diddy rented for a reported $20,000 per week. In one video, two men have sex with each other while the sounds of laughter echo through the room. It later appears that Diddy himself took part in the action that night and held the camera from his point of view while he appeared to engage in sex with a woman. Again, there's no indication that his Super Bowl party guests knew about what the ORGY that took place afterwards. So again, just because these people were at the party, these celebrities were at the party, does not mean that. There goes Scott Storch. Ain't that Scott Storch, the producer that pissed away all his money? That looked like him right there. That does not mean that these people knew about the after party. It means that they were at the main party, but it doesn't mean they knew about the after party, okay? Just want to be clear. Federal officials raided two of Diddy's homes in March, seizing hundreds of videos and a mountain of sex paraphernalia, including, well, we know what they got, child. Okay, so this just goes on to just talk about what we already know. So allegedly, these tapes have been shopped around. Allegedly, these tapes have been that the people down to the New York Post have seen these tapes. Allegedly. Yeah, Scott Storch was absolutely the same one that was dating Lil Kim at one time. Oh, okay. Oh, he was dating Paris Hilton at that time. Okay, well, I believe it. But yeah, Scott Storch dated Lil Kim. And remember, allegedly, Scott Storch allegedly pissed away all his money on drugs and women. That's what they said. They said that Scott Storch lost all his money. He was, had all this. I think he even bought her a Bentley at one point in time. Lil Kim, I think he bought her a Bentley at one point in time. Remember, I think he did. But allegedly, he pissed away all his money on drugs and women. Now, a few weeks ago, I believe it was TMZ. Hold on, let me see if I can find the article because I'm gonna, y'all, this damn light. I wonder who the two men who were doing the do and being laughed at. I don't know. I wonder why they was. Yep, Scott lost all his funds to loose women and drugs. Yeah. Hold on, let me Joe Francis. I believe there was an article. I want to say it was in TMZ, but if not, I'm sure I can find it. Hold on. Joe Francis scared. Let me see if it'll come up if I write scared. No, it's not coming up. I really feel like it was let me see. I really feel like it was in TMZ. Here it is right here. Yeah, here it is right here. October the 17th, 2004. So let me read y'all this article because you see that. And again, we're not saying that it's all connected, but what we are going to, we're putting puzzles together around here. Okay. So this is from this article right here. I found this from the Men's Journal. This is dated October the 17th of 2024. Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis said he's the victim of an extortion plot after being beaten and robbed in Mexico. Francis has been living in Mexico since 2015 with a pending warrant out for his arrest in the U.S. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was wanted by the Popo here. I did not know that. Girls Gone Wild founder Joe Francis claims he's being extorted after being the victim of 2 violent crimes earlier this year. In the first alleged crime, Francis says his bodyguard conspired to have him beaten and robbed near his home in Mexico. In the second, he says the hospital where he went for treatment kept him in a medically induced coma for 2 weeks. Without his knowledge or consent, the veracity of the story could not be immediately verified. Now he said the bad actors are attempting to use the photos of his injuries to blackmail him. So instead, he is chosen to release them on his own. Francis detailed the ongoing ordeal in a pair of Instagram posts in which he also shared the photos. He writes that it all started back in March 19th of 2024. March 19th of 2024? What else was going on? What else was going on around March of 2024? I can't, I wonder. Okay. I feel like something was going on around March of 2024. I don't know. Okay. He was jogging near a golf course inside his gated community in Punta Mita, tailed by his bodyguard driving his Mercedes about 500 yards from a home owned by Bill Gates. Out of nowhere, he says, 8 masked men jumped him at gunpoint, beating him up and robbing him. With the help of his bodyguard, he says the men drove him back to his house where they were let in by security in what was clearly an inside job. After robbing his home while he remained bound and gagged, Francis says his bodyguard drove away with the assailants, also stealing his car. When he finally managed to free himself, Francis claimed he was refused help by the resort security and instead had to walk a mile to the local hospital. Once there, police were called, who allegedly took the photos of his bruised and beaten face and body. There are so many things going on in this story. There are so many things going on. First of all, sir, you only have one car. You're a millionaire. You only have the one Mercedes, so you didn't have no other way to get nowhere. Second of all, you say you lived in a gated community, but the people in the gated community wouldn't help you get help. You live down the street from Bill Gates. Nobody else. You don't know your neighbors. You couldn't knock on nobody's door. You literally had to walk a mile to the hospital. Third of all, they don't have Uber, Lyft, taxis. Nobody. Just nobody. Just nobody. Oh, look at what Cajun said. See, listen, the tribe is smart. The tribe is so smart. So that's a picture right there, allegedly, of his black eye. Why he's still holding the duct tape, y'all? He is in the hospital. Why is he still holding the duct tape? You carried the duct tape for a mile with you? You carried the duct tape with you all the way for a mile to the hospital? That's another picture of him holding up. I guess he's supposed to see some bruises or something. Child. Oh, him got a cut on his foot. Look. Him got a cut on his foot. He walked a mile. He got a whole cut right there. It's bleeding. Look. Bleeding a little bit. Oh, look, he got another bruise on his thigh. Look. Look at that bruise on his thigh. Oh. Oh. And then he posted, I guess this is his hospital records to prove that he went to the hospital. Let's see what this saying. Oh, child, I didn't mean to do what I just did. It took me all the way to his Instagram. Lord knows I didn't want to go to his actual Instagram, child. It says, okay. It's in Spanish. I thought I was getting ready to read something. This thing is in Spanish. I can't do nothing with this. I'm sorry. I lost the article because I hit the button and it took me all the way to his Instagram. So I had to go back to the article. I just want to make sure I finished reading the article. I think I finished. I think we get the gist of it. So here's what I think had happened. Google Translate, Andrew, it's just his police report. I mean, it's just the hospital report. China, nobody got time. We ain't got time for all that. Basically, he just showing he went to the hospital. But I'm trying to figure out how those injuries caused him to go into a drug-induced coma. He said he went into a that the hospital put him in a drug-induced coma. When did they put you in that drug-induced coma? Before or after you took these pictures? Like, when did that happen? Was that before or after you took these pictures? When were you in a drug-induced coma? So here's what I think had happened. For those who don't know who Joe Francis is, if you're too young to remember Girls Gone Wild and the Girls Gone Wild tapes, the reason why, let's be clear, even if this is a legitimate situation and his bodyguard legitimately set him up and legitimately beat his ass and left him in his house and stole whatever they stole and stole his car, I still don't have no sympathy for him. Because those Girls Gone Wild videos were absolutely exploited young girls. He got into a lot of trouble for those girls being borderline, whether they were legal or not, the releases that they signed. And a lot of those women said they were actually assaulted. As a matter of fact, if you go back and look at some of those Girls Gone Wild tapes, they were assaulted on tape. Like, they literally were being assaulted on tape, okay? There were documentaries and stuff done on him before. He's also really, really good friends with the Kardashians. Joe Francis is still very, very good friends with the Kardashians. Matter of fact, I feel like he says Kim is his best friend. That's my best friend. I feel like they call each other best friends. But we're going to put that to the side. But here's what I think is going on. I'm going to be honest with you. I personally think that Joe Francis may or may not have been in possession of things. And I feel like he may or may not have made up this story to try to explain or try to say he don't have certain things anymore. Like, what did they steal out your house allegedly, bruh? Your bodyguard, what did your bodyguard take from your house allegedly? Just questions. So I found it interesting that Joe Francis was on video. I find it interesting that he allegedly, because I'm just be honest with y'all, I don't believe that story. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Now I don't know what the real story is, but I don't believe that bullshit story. Okay. I don't know what the real story is, but I don't believe that bullshit story. Okay. Okay. So that is, let's say her name, Shanquella Robinson. Oh, don't even take me back to Shanquella. Oh, that, I really feel bad because that baby's going to probably never get justice. She's going to probably never get justice. And she deserves it. And I feel really bad for her family. I feel really, really bad for her family. His Instagram has videos of him in the hospital. I'm sure it does. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. Like Lexi just said about Shanquella Robinson. Like, when we covered that story, we saw the corruption in Mexico and what people could be bought off allegedly, people not necessarily being as diligent and doing their jobs. Like, this man is a damn millionaire. I'm sure if he went to the hospital and was like, I need to do X, Y, and Z, I need to set, child, I ain't worried about nothing he posted. How would he have videos in the hospital if he was in a coma? Child, I don't know. So that's what's going on with that. So I'm going to say this. I feel like if these tapes are out in the streets, like the way they saying these tapes are out in the streets, I feel like it's only going to be a matter of time before there may be some stuff that leaks to, like, us. When I say us, I mean everybody. Like, TMZ might have some clips, or clips might be floating, or even some stills from said videos. Somebody take a still shot and send it out just to prove. that they exist. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some stuff like that coming up soon. Yeah, Mexico is bad. Lexi said, I heard the new president of Mexico is in the pockets of the cartel and things are getting really sticky. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, and there's no disrespect to people who are from Mexico, but baby, Mexico, we know there have been some parts of Mexico that have been run by the cartel for years, allegedly. Yeah. So with that being said, that's interesting. That took us down a whole little rabbit hole. Something else I was getting ready to say before we get off of Diddy. I'm gonna go ahead and do the Beyonce thing, and then we're gonna move over here to Lil Durk, child. We're gonna be done with that. The tapes will be on X first, child. They'll probably be, X is the Wild Wild West, child. So I could definitely see X. One of those tapes are going to leak if they're on the black market. It's only a matter of time. That human nature. Every time I read your name, I just want to sing Michael Jackson. Tell them that is human nature. Why? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if those tapes are out there, the way, like the New York Post, the way they said they've been shot at multiple places and multiple. Child, I can only imagine. It's probably only going to be a matter of time before they trickle down to us minions. Because like you said, they probably already on the dark web or the black market or all them other little, backwoods places. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I am not interested in watching the tape for any purpose of like, I'm not interested, but I am interested in some still shots to verify said tapes. Now, I ain't going to tell y'all no lies. I'm not going to tell y'all no lies. I would not. I'll take a still shot, but I really don't want to see no video. I'm sure TMZ has I will put money that TMZ got copies. Now, when and if they're gonna drop it, that's another conversation. But I will put money that TMZ has copies. I heard it's on Reddit. You know what? Everything is on Reddit. It probably is already on Reddit. Because baby, Reddit be having everything, child. Angela said, I want to see it for research purposes. Even so, there will be some that will be protected. Absolutely. Speaking of which, Vintage, I'm glad you brought that up. Vintage said, even so, there will be some that will be protected. There are absolutely going to be some people that are going to be protected. One, if the tapes were really being shopped, there are some people that could afford to pay the price, right? There are some people that could afford to pay the price. Let's say if there was a tape of, I'm just throwing a name out, y'all. I'm not saying that this person is on any tape. I'm not saying that this person is on a tape. I'm throwing a name out. Please know, I'm just using an example. But let's say there's a tape of like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm just throwing a name out, y'all. I ain't saying Leo is on no tapes. But Leo could afford to pay the price. And he probably wouldn't have to worry about his tape leaking, right? But then if it's somebody like, let me use an example. Let me use another example. I'm not saying this is the case, y'all. I'm just using an example. Let's say let's say it's somebody who maybe, used to be a part of a boy band and he ain't got no money. He can't afford to buy his tape. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel what I'm saying? Some people could. It's the have and the have-nots. The have and the have-nots. Okay. I did not see y'all. I said I wasn't saying nobody's real name. I was just using examples. I was just somebody said, is that why he moving to Italy? See, there y'all go. I didn't say it. I just said. What if there was like, I don't know, a pop star? What if there's a pop star who may have a really, really good friend in the White House in the next 2 weeks? I bet you they wouldn't have to worry about their tape being leaked, huh? I wonder who that could be. Dogs and cats don't have the same luck. Ooh, Dr. Mac, I like that. Dog and cats don't have the same luck. Only problem is such tape has 100 copies by now. I wouldn't trust that I'm buying the only That's true. And I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't trust it either. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all, if it was me, I don't know at this point. I might just have to have. I might have to pull a. I might have to just pull a Kevin Hart, have a press conference, and be like, "Look, because you're right. That's the thing about blackmail, though. That's always the thing about blackmail. You never know how many copies. You never know, how, especially nowadays. You can put stuff on the cloud. You can make so many copies of stuff. Like you said, it could be 100 copies floating around. You know what I'm saying? I still want to know who's bigger than Diddy. Who's bigger than Diddy? It's a whole lot of people bigger than Diddy. Some people can pay and some people don't want to pay because they are in the video with all the dope. Now that's true too, powerful. That's what I'm saying. If it was me, let's just say, for example, if I was in a video, first of all, if we're talking about 10 years ago, so they got me on tape in a video 10 years ago. I mean, unless the person is underage, I think that's the only way I wouldn't just copy it. At this point, I'll be like, look, especially, and I know women on women is more acceptable than men and men. I get that. But I just be like, look, I was drunk, I was high, I was young, I was dumb, I was experimenting. I got caught up. I was at the Diddy party and I was effing another woman and sue me. I was grown. She was grown. Right, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of those tapes, it is consensual. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these tapes, it's consensual. It's just people, it's just celebrities and high profile people that don't necessarily want a tape of them out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people aren't breaking laws. I mean, they might be breaking some freak laws, but they're not breaking the laws. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I know that I'm saying, if I were one of the people that was in a video and I wasn't breaking a law, or you can't prove I was breaking a law. I know that's a tricky thing I just said. I think that's the issue. Minors are involved, but not with everybody. But you're right. For some of these people, allegedly, it may be. Right. And you can't, exactly, Lori, you can't really trust no blackmailer. You can't really trust no blackmailer. Like, how you gonna do that? Blame it on the rain. Blame it on the rain that was falling. Man, I love me some Milli Vanilli. Just because it wasn't really them singing, the songs were still good songs. I think we get caught up in not liking the songs because it wasn't them singing them. But those were still some good songs. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. And then when he get the rapping in French, that used to be the shit. Y'all don't even know. Right, an ethical blackmailer, I don't think so. Right. Exactly. We know who's on the tape that's bigger than Diddy. I believe it's who? Let me tell y'all something. I know, and this is not me. I'm not saying this I'm not talking about any one particular person, and I don't want to offend anybody. But I think sometimes we think so local to what we see that we don't think global. And so what I mean by that is when we say who's bigger than Diddy, yes, Diddy was a huge star, absolutely. But there are absolutely people that are bigger than Diddy. I mean, hell, look at the guy from Abercrombie and Finch. Now, I don't know if somebody would say he was bigger than Diddy, but I think only because he wasn't out in the front, we didn't see him. But when we talk about a mover and shaker in the white corporate world, oh, he absolutely was up there. Y'all, this damn camera. He absolutely was up there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when we think about that, I mean, if somebody can connect a Clive Davis, if somebody can connect, damn it, the royal people, right? Prince Harry. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Prince Harry. Not Prince Harry. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there are definitely, y'all, hold on, y'all. Let me get this camera situation together. There are definitely people that could be Les Wexner, exactly. There are definitely people that could be seen as bigger than Diddy. And even if people don't want to say they're bigger than Diddy, they're definitely a big fish. Like, even if you say, okay, well, I don't think the Abercrombie and Finch guy is bigger than Diddy, but he's definitely a big fish. Definitely a big fish. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this daggone camera. I mean, and we do know that Prince Harry was a wild guy for a while. We remember him streaking through the daggone casino down to Vegas, him and his friends running naked through the casino in Vegas. Like, he definitely, Prince Harry definitely had some wild times before he found his princess and got married and all that good stuff. Y'all, hold on. Give me a second. This camera, I don't know why it won't focus. Hold on. I don't know what. And I know y'all have told me how to adjust it. I have tried everything. I don't either. I'm sure it's something for me that I can fix, but I don't know what to fix. I don't know what to do to make it stop doing this. All right. I guess it'll just clear itself up. I don't know. Jeff Bezos. Did y'all hear that Jeff Bezos allegedly shut down the Washington Post from endorsing Kamala Harris? Yep, he did. He dressed up like a Nazi. He sure did for Halloween. He sure did. So that's what we have on that. Now, what I was going to say, only thing I was going to say about I kind of already said it, about the whole Beyonce thing was, if you guys remember, back at the DNC, I stand by my source that said that Beyonce was supposed to perform at the DNC, but it was called off because that was right after Diddy had been indicted and people didn't know how the cards were going to fall as it related to Diddy and his associates, maybe Jay-Z, maybe even Beyonce herself, right? Not saying that they were going to get arrested or get indicted. Who knew what was or what wasn't going to come out, right? So I stand by my source who said that, because I knew people who were at the DNC who said the same thing. Like, literally all day long, that's all they were talking about, was that Beyonce was coming. I was told that Tina Knowles' name was actually on people saw her name on paperwork. Like, legitimately, they were supposed to be there. And I believe it. I stand by my source. But if we're going to walk down that road that Beyonce was supposed to do the same thing at the DNC that she basically did last night, minus, I don't think she sang last night, but she was supposed to actually sing Freedom at the DNC. Her mom was going to introduce her. She was going to come out. She was going to sing Freedom and sing something else I told you guys she was supposed to sing. You have to ask yourself what has changed in the last month from the DNC until now that she now feels comfortable and the Democratic Party feels comfortable having her on stage next to Kamala a week before the election. You have to ask yourself, if you believe it. Now, y'all may not believe it. Y'all might be like, really, B, your sources are bullshit. She wasn't supposed to be there. Okay, you don't have to believe that. But if you believe it and we are walking down that yellow brick road, you have to ask yourself, well, what has changed in a month? Why would she feel comfortable? Why would the DNC feel comfortable? You feel what I'm saying? Just asking. Just throwing that out there. Blook. I watched Bill Maher. Right. They said they weren't endorsing either candidate, but a story came out that said that the Washington Post was going to endorse Kamala, and Jeff Bezos put the kibosh on it. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that is what I had heard. Kamala ended up getting booed in Houston. I'm wondering if those people just came to see Beyonce and they aren't Kamala supporters. There were a lot of hecklers. Remember, Texas is red country. Like, I think we get caught up in our own world of politics that we forget where we are sometimes. Texas is Trump country. Texas is very red. There were a lot of hecklers there last night. And, the reality of the situation is, it's not like they were at the door saying, you have to be a registered Democrat to get in here. Like, you literally just go online and sign up to get a ticket. So, Texas is a red state. Now she's having a rally here in DC, I believe Thursday or Friday. I bet you she ain't gonna get booed here. Cause this area is very blue. DC is very blue. Maryland is blue. Virginia is purple. So I mean, yeah, I believe that she had a lot. I believe there were a lot of people booing her there. Absolutely. Listen, everybody sitting on the front row ain't your fan. Okay. Houston is blue, but the state isn't. And listen, Trump supporters, they do travel. Yeah, Houston is blue, but the state ain't. You're right. Texas is red, blue, red. Yeah, blood red. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I get it that Houston is blue, but baby, Houston ain't the state. And they were in an arena that held 23,000 people. She didn't get booed in Atlanta. So, I don't know. They booed Obama also. Yeah, I mean, listen. I don't know, y'all. Just vote. Shit. That's all I got. Just go vote. You know. And that's true. Atlanta's one thing, but the state of Georgia is another. You're right. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's valid. Just like Nevada, Arizona are maroon, red, and purple. Yeah. But that's true. You're right. Atlanta is different from Georgia versus Houston. You're right. Just like Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. Very true. Very true. I don't know. I just don't want people to get caught up on that. And I don't mean us, because I know we voted and we're going to vote for who we're going to vote for. I know we good over here in the tribe. I just don't want us to get caught up on that. And I don't want the people to get caught up, because, they'll focus on that. They'll focus on the booze. You know what I mean? I think they were booing the people that were getting out. Yeah, I think maybe they were booing the hecklers. I don't know, y'all. She did handle it well. I think she got a little flustered at first, but she did good. And at this point, remember, they're tired. Like, you have to remember that Kamala has been on 1,000 for the last 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had to make up 2 years worth of campaigning. I'm sure she is exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. They had that big rally in Georgia, and then the very next day they were in Houston, and she's going to be here in DC in 3 days. Like, she is exhausted. I'm sure they are exhausted. I know up in Philadelphia there were celebrities. My girl, Lorraine Toussaint, who I follow her. She's on the Equalizer now. I've been following her for a long time. She was in Philadelphia with what's my girl? Nicole Ari Parker. They were up in Philadelphia today canvassing. So people are out. The Obamas have been out. They're out, child. They are out. They are pushing. We got a week, well, 2 weeks, a little under 2 weeks. So we got work to do. She just had another rally in Kalamazoo. Right. That's what they are tired, y'all. They are. So I mean, look, it is what it is, child. Yes, the campaign trail is grueling. All right, let's get into this Lil Durk situation, child. We ain't gonna be here all night, honey. But that's all I have on that. That's the tea I have on that. If I get any more tea, I'll drop it. Hold on, let me see. Am I the only one who noticed that Kelly and Beyonce look similar in the face? Is that surgery or biology? Child, that's been around for a long time about whether Kelly is really, sister or friend. That's been out for a long time, child. That would be one of those things that I don't know, child. I think they taking that to the grave, honey. Taking that to the grave, honey. Also, allegedly, the three of them was supposed to be the whole Destiny's Child situation last night, but Michelle is actually on Broadway, and so allegedly that's why she so that's why she wasn't able to come out be there last night, because she had a job. She had a job to do, Yeah, she's in Death Becomes Her on Broadway, so she wasn't able to make it last night. I wonder when Xavier, how long is that supposed to run for? Do you know? You know how long Death Becomes Her supposed to run for, or maybe let me say this: is there an ending date on it yet? Let me start there. Is there an ending date on it yet? Maybe there's no ending date on it yet. Yeah, allegedly Michelle was supposed to be there last night, but that's why she wasn't there, honey. But I wonder how long Death Becomes Her is running, because I don't know. I mean, I wonder if her calendar is going to open up next year anytime. I don't know. She might have some time on her hands. All right, let's get into this Lil Durk lawsuit, child. Let's get into this Lil Durk lawsuit. Okay. The little Durkity Durk of it all. Now, y'all, you know what they say about these criminals not being that bright, right? These people just ain't that damn bright. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I keep opening up the wrong file. All right. This is the last one that Tracy sent me. Hold on. This one is dated October the 17th. So this is the one we're going to read, child. This is the one we're going to read. Let me share my screen. This is the actual indictment that was filed. I know I'm old because I don't know who this is. Child, I don't know who he is either. What's up, Pastor? They leaked them. Right. The pastor said, sure, they leaked. Listen, I say the same thing. And Pastor, when you see them, you send them to me because I know you're going to get them. But don't they speak alike? I mean, I have a god sister who looks more like my mama than I do, but we don't sound alike. And we clearly aren't blood. Child, I don't know. They grew up together. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's talk about the little Durk boy, child. Here we go. Is this the one I want? Excuse me. What room are you talking about, Cajun? All right, let me make it a little bit bigger, and we're gonna read through this. You see the defendants right here. So wait a minute, hold on. This ain't his. This is the co-conspirators. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Those are the co-conspirators. Let me see if this is the one I want. Hold on. One, two, three, four. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I thought I pulled up the right one. I think this is the right one. This isn't his, though. This is his co-conspirators. Oh, give me a second. My bad, y'all. I told y'all it's like 4 of these documents. I thought I had pulled up the right one, but this looks like his co-conspirators. Come on, computer. Now, of course, the computer want to move slow. Give me a second, y'all. Sorry. Go on and hit that like button since you waiting. Y'all ain't doing nothing else. Go on and hit that like button. All right, hold on. Tracy. No. Is this it? Shout out so many things that Tracy does. Oh no, this ain't this ain't the one. Nope. This is the Abercrombie and Finch one. All right, we're just gonna read the one we have, child. We're gonna read the one we have. Okay. Because it still talks about what he allegedly did. Okay. Which one was left off the public articles like Bad and Bougie? He made it out of the hood, got rich and famous, and still wanted to be a criminal. These rappers ain't gonna learn. Yeah, listen, I don't even understand it. Like, he looks like dun 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 plays as he walks. Oh, y'all are cutting up in the chat. Okay, we're just gonna read this one, y'all. We're gonna go with the one we have. So the United States of America versus Kayvon Grant, aka Cuz, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, aka Vonnie. Keith Jones, aka Flocka, David Lindsay, aka Brown Eyes, and Asa Houston, aka Boogie Child. The grand jury charges, at times relevant to this indictment, the defendants, I just read y'all their names, co-conspirators 1 through 5 were members or associates of an organization called Only the Family, or OTF, which among other things produced and sold hip-hop music from artists primarily from the Chicago, Illinois area. Defendants, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, were members of other gangs in Chicago, Illinois. Oh, so they double dipping. They just in multiple gangs. Okay, they equal opportunity. Okay. On or about November the 6th of 2020, DB, a high-ranking OTF member, got into a physical altercation with TB at a nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia. During the fight, an associate of TB pulled out a weapon and shot DB multiple times, unaliving him. After that, the co-conspirator 1 made clear in coded language that co-conspirator 1 would pay a bounty or monetary reward and or make payment to anyone who took part in unaliving TB for his role in DB's unaliving. Hope y'all are following this because y'all know it's a lot of names. Okay. On or about August the 18th of 2022, the conspirators learned that TB was staying at a hotel in Los Angeles, California. As alleged in counts 1 and 2, after learning of TB's location, defendants Wilson, Lindsay, and Houston and co-conspirator 2 traveled from Chicago, Illinois to Los Angeles, California for the purpose of unaliving TB. On that same day, August the 18th of 2022, defendant Grant also traveled by private jet to Los Angeles, California. As alleged in counts 1 and 2 on August the 19th of 2022, the defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston and co-conspirator 2 used 2 vehicles to track, stalk, and attempt to unalive TB by gunfire, including with a fully automatic firearm, resulting in the death of SR, which is the cousin of TB. Okay. So here are the allegations. All right, now let's see if y'all can follow. I know it's a lot of names. We're going to do the best we can. I would have been so confused on that grand jury. Who are we talking about? Who are you dreaming? Oh, you are dreaming right now. He thought he could do whatever he wants because he's so chummy with certain politicians. For example, he gave the current mayor here almost $200,000 for his campaign a year ago. Damn. $200,000. Yeah, known on the street as Brown Eyes. That's an interesting nickname for a man, Brown Eyes. But okay, I mean, we're not going to, gender specific. Okay. Beginning on a date unknown, but no later than on or around August the 18th of 2022, and continuing to on or about August the 19th of 2022 in Los Angeles County within the Central District of California and elsewhere, defendants Grant, also known as Cuz or Vonnie, Wilson, also known as Didi, Jones, also known as Flocka, and Lindsay, also known as Brown Eyes, Houston, also known as Boogie, and co-conspirators known and unknown conspired and agreed with each other to knowingly use facilities of interstate and foreign commerce, namely airplanes, cars, cell phones, and the internet, with intent that an unaliving of TB be committed in violation of the law of any state. So it don't matter what state you in, what you did was illegal, namely the state of California, as consideration for the receipt of and consideration for a promise and agreement to pay anything of precautionary value, namely money and lucrative music opportunities with OTF in violation of Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 1958A. The use of interstate facilities to commit the crime was the object of the conspiracy, resulted in the death of SR, means by which the object of the conspiracy was to be accomplished. The object of the conspiracy was to be accomplished in substance as follows. Co-conspirator 1 would place bounties on individuals that co-conspirator 1. Now, I believe co-conspirator 1 must be Lil Durk, child. That must be Lil Durk. And other OTF members wanted to unalive, including TB, as part of the bounty. The co-conspirators, known and unknown, including defendant Wilson, would pay anyone who took part in the unaliving of TB. Now, TB is that rapper, the one, King Von, right? Because it was King Von's cousin that died, right? Okay. Or reward individuals with lucrative music opportunities with OTF. Co-conspirators, known and unknown, including defendant Wilson, would recruit others, including defendants Jones, Lindsay, Houston, and co-conspirator 2. That's the snitch. So co-conspirator 1, I think, must be Lil Durk. Co-conspirator 2, I think, is the snitch. To find, track, and unalive TB. TB are the government initials for King Von. Defendant Grant would procure, cars, ski masks, and firearms that will be used by the co-conspirators to find, track, and unalive TB. Using a credit card associated with OTF, co-conspirator 3 will purchase plane tickets for the co-conspirators to fly to California to unalive King Von. So you use the company credit card? You use the company credit card to buy the plane tickets. The company credit card. Okay, then. The defendants would travel throughout Los Angeles via cars procured by defendant Grant to find, track, and unalive TB. The defendants would communicate via cell phone to coordinate logistics to find and track. Okay. Defendants Jones and Lindsay and the snitch would fire multiple shots at TB, killing his cousin, who was a passenger in the vehicle. Defendant Wilson would pay the bounty or the monetary reward for the payment of the unaliving of SR on behalf of Lil Durk. Oh, Lord. So this is, all right, y'all. I thought this, I ain't going to keep reading through this, child. We get the gist of it. But they're basically saying that Lil Durk is the one that coordinated this, because I feel like, hold on, let me scan through it, because, child, this thing 18 pages long, and if they keep just doing this, we get it. On or about the following days, actually Los Angeles. Okay, we got that. All right. Coded language told the defendant and others that I would pay a bounty or monetary reward to anybody who took part. We got that. All right. He was in California. We got a lot of this is redundant, y'all. We already read through this. One of them traveled on private jet. Everybody else was on a commercial plane that was paid for by the company credit card, child. Book flights to Southern California. Defendant Jones' name, date, and birth, and a picture of the defendant Jones' ID card. Okay. Lil Durk texted co-conspirator 3, don't book no flights under no names involved with me. We read that yesterday. So he used the OTF credit card. So Lil Durk said, don't book anything under any name that's connected to me. So you went and used the company credit card to get the ticket. He told you, don't buy the plane ticket. And any way that can connect back to me, and you use the company credit card. Okay, no problem. All right. Whew. They traveled from Chicago to San Diego the same day. That same day. So you bought a same day plane ticket. Y'all do know that that's automatically a red flag, right? Y'all do know that you're more likely to be searched. You're more likely to be stopped when you buy same day plane tickets. Y'all do know that. Even though sometimes it could just be an emergency situation or something like that. Y'all do know that if y'all buy a plane ticket and y'all fly the same day, y'all do know that it's a higher chance that y'all gonna get stopped. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know. Especially if they're one way. Exactly. And they bought one-way tickets. We found that out yesterday that these tickets were one way, you dummy. Oh, God. On August the 18th, defendant Wilson messaged a friend on Instagram and said, on my way to LA. Another text said, Owen got clear. I'm 15 minutes away from the airport. I guess he got clear. I guess he got pre-checked. He cleared. I don't know. Via the airplane tickets. Okay. Defendants co-conspirator traveled towards Los Angeles in a car to meet. Then y'all. Then they went to a sporting goods store in Los Angeles, California to buy ski masks. You do know you can get a ski mask at any bodega, any beauty supply store in the hood, any hole in the wall. Like y'all could have went anywhere and got a damn ski mask. What is wrong with y'all? My students they ain't supposed to, but my students wear ski masks all the time. They just roll it up and wear it like a hat, but it's really a ski mask. Y'all could have got on the plane with them. Why would you go to a sporting goods store in Los Angeles? Y'all could have rolled right on up to Compton and went to the little hole in the wall corner store and got you some damn Scullies. What the fuck? Y'all wanted to go to jail. Y'all wanted to go to jail. But that's my point, Xavier. That's fine if they weren't prepared. Y'all didn't have to go to. Why would y'all go to Dick's Sporting Goods? Where you know they got cameras. Where you know. Why would you go there? Go to the bodega. So they went down to the sporting goods store and they got them a black ski mask. They did use cash. At least they didn't use the company credit card that time. They used cash, child. Using a credit card. This is credit card number 2. So he's using a second company credit card because this is also an OTF credit card. He rented a hotel room for all the co-conspirators. They stayed at the Universal City Hotel. Okay. I mean, you might as well go on because y'all done already got the flight and went down to the Dick's Sporting Goods. And all right. Grant met with the co-conspirators and provided them with the weapons, including one that had been modified to operate as a fully automatic machine gun. All right. They were provided 2 cars that I'm sure were probably paid for with the company credit card too. I'm sure they just rented those, from Avis down to the airport, I'm sure. A white BMW sedan, because that's not going to stand out. Yeah, that's not going to stand out. A white BMW sedan isn't going to stand out. Sure. a white Infiniti sedan with a fake license plate. All right. Okay. At least y'all thought to get a fake license plate. The two traveled in the BMW and in the Infiniti to a hotel in downtown Los Angeles where King Von was staying. Using the BMW and the Infiniti, they traveled. Oh, I just read. See, this stuff is redundant, child. The co-conspirator followed and tracked King Von's black Escalade to a marijuana dispensary. The image shows, okay, so these are the pictures of them in traffic. There's the BMW, there's the Infiniti, that's them in traffic. So these are the pictures from the traffic cameras. So there's King Von, and I guess that would be his cousin. That's the black Escalade. That's the BMW behind him. Okay, they got the pictures from the traffic cams. They tracked the black Escalade to the gas station. Parked the vehicle so that the defendants could attempt to unalive King Von. So that's the pictures of them at the gas station. You see them at the pump. So this is the pictures from the gas station. You see that's them over there. You see the weapons in their hand. That's them over there. Okay. They used the weapons that they got from the co-defendant Grant. Then they shot at the car. We know what happened. Okay. We know what happened. That's more pictures of them. You see that's them right there. That's them right there. Mm-hmm. Okay. They were at the gas station. The co-conspirators traveled to a hamburger restaurant in Los Angeles County where they discussed payment for what they had done earlier that day. Using OTF credit card number 1, Grant purchased 3 airline tickets from San Diego to Chicago, Illinois. Once again, they're flying one way. I guess they didn't know how long it was going to take them to get the deed done, child. They flew back on August the 19th. So, again, you got one-way check. Last minute one-way tickets again. Using the company credit card again. After the unaliving took place, Lil Durk did pay the defendants. No, Wilson paid the defendants on behalf of Lil Durk, allegedly, for their role. All right. A lot of this is just, they're saying a lot of the same stuff, y'all. I'm just trying to push through and see what's different, what we haven't already covered. Hold on. They're talking about the firearms here. They're talking about who actually had what weapon and who shot what. So they're getting into the minutia of who actually shot which weapon. Yeah, all of this is about the exact weapon, like who actually had the weapon. Child, it don't matter. They all going to jail, child. They all going to jail, child. Okay. They're talking about forfeiture, so they're talking about them forfeiting their property and all of that. So that's the true bill. Child. I'm still stuck on them using the company credit card. The man said don't use nothing that can connect them back to me. And you use the company credit card. You know, they would have been better off renting a vehicle, a nondescript, middle of the road, mid-sized vehicle, and driving their asses to California. Like, nowadays, I mean, rental cars can be tracked too. But actually, y'all would have been better off not renting nothing. Just take a car y'all already own. Y'all can always get fake tags. Y'all can always switch out the tags when you get to LA. But y'all would have been better off driving to LA At least then you could have stayed. Maybe it might have been harder for them to track y'all if you drove. I mean, it would have took more time, but it would have been a lot harder for them to track y'all. I mean, I ain't trying to tell nobody how to be a better criminal, but damn. Yeah, that's the summary. They all going to jail. That's pretty much what it sounds like to me. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously they'd have been better off not doing it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I ain't telling nobody to go out here and commit crimes. But what I am saying is if you was going to commit a crime, I mean, they didn't know how long he would be in LA. Now, that's true. You're right, Xavier. They didn't know how long he was going to be there. You're right. They might not have had time to drive. But like literally, it was 4 or 5 of them. They could have took turns. They could have really been in LA in one day. They literally could have been in LA in a 24-hour period if they had just driven straight through. I mean, again, I'm not trying to tell nobody how to be a better criminal, but it was 5 of y'all. Each one of y'all drive 5 hours apiece. Literally, y'all could have just drove straight through. Stop to get something to eat, go to the bathroom. But y'all literally could have just drove to LA. I mean, it was enough of y'all that y'all just could have switched it out. But neither here nor there, don't matter, child. To these young men, just throw their lives away. Exactly. And that's the other thing, too. Like, y'all are rich, right? Y'all have money. You know, just the senselessness of it. So ridiculous. The senselessness of it. They could have waited until he was in Atlanta, right? Right. They didn't have time to be methodical. I get it. I mean, again, nobody said these people were smart, clearly. Yeah. Lil Durk, sir. And then they said he was trying to what's up, Peace? So then they said he was trying to he was trying to take a flight and get out the country. I guess you ain't moved fast enough. Excuse me, y'all. I guess you ain't moved fast enough, bro. The snitch just did a bid and Durk set him up for life. Gave him right. That's what I'm saying. The snitch just got out of jail and your boy took care of you. Like, but listen. And they said that he was wearing a wire. So, baby, it's kind of hard. Like, those are your words on tape. You said it. They said he wore a wire, honey. Anyway, that's all I have for y'all tonight, honey. I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget tomorrow, The Real Housewives of Potomac. I'll make sure that my DVR is recording it. I will be going to Chef Don Don's brunch is tomorrow, so I'll be posting video and pictures and stuff from that on Instagram. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to meeting Chef Don Don tomorrow. I saw he already went live. He's in DC. He already went live. Him and his business partners were out tonight. They went out to dinner. So I know he's here. He is in the city. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. And then, of course, don't forget Monday night is the Whether You Like It or Not panel. On Tuesday, I will be doing an interview with one of the stars of Chasing LA, Andre, who now has his own spinoff. Him and King Fly I have their own spinoff. So I'll be doing an interview with him on Tuesday. And then, of course, on Wednesday, it is Niecy Pooh and myself reviewing The Real Housewives of New York. Child, we trying to stick in there with New York, but they get on our nerves. Bell Collective starts next week. Love Marriage Huntsville comes back next week. Abby's birthday party is next Saturday night. So we got a lot of stuff coming up this week. All right. So y'all chill out. Thank y'all for being here. If you have not done so already, please hit that like button. It is free 99. It is free 99. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, child. We have a good time over here. And again, donations are not required, but they are appreciated and they are accepted. Okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.